we better take that off. Hey, it's evening time. I'm chill. I got a buzz. Yeah, got a nice buzz, and thought I'd just spend a few more minutes with you today. I'm creeping closer to doing, attempting a live broadcast. I see that everyone's doing it with music mainly, just performing. But I'm creeping towards trying an interactive one and just taking on everybody, because that's what it'll be. But I'll just share what I'm listening to, because I'm just... it is surreal. If you follow me on Facebook, I've been saying it. It is surreal. You know, I knew that once April hit, it's the second, you know, that this reality of this shutdown would really start to hit the way the mainstream media is putting it, is the way they're dealing with it. Because, again, they're sensationalizing and everything, and it's not, I don't know that they're blowing anything out of proportion, but I know that they're doing what they usually do, is not reporting so much as traumatizing. You know, still for profit, you know. That's my perspective. It's always so much to say. I really appreciate the input and people sharing with me. I'm not concerned whether or not people agree with me. Please try to understand that I'm intelligent enough to know that it is impossible for people to agree about everything. It's impossible, because we all have our experience, which colors how we see and feel everything. So everything's individual. You know, we have these areas of commonality, but that's because a brother left a nice comment, and it's like, I'm not looking for agreement. I'm just telling you what I think, you know, what makes sense to me, you know. And, you know, that's all. If something doesn't make sense to me, I'll say it so, but that doesn't mean that people, well, it's just the way it is, people the way they are. People tell me, well, you have to respect what other people think. I have to be respectful in my actions, but inside, you can't tell me to respect something I think is bullshit, because I don't. What am I? Let's play some music. You know, Henry Dereck from the metal guy, who I met, Henry. He was posting some stuff today, and he referred to this as dad rock. Those funny terms that people use. Sir Lord Baltimore, American band from the 70s who, man, these guys were heavy. Really took a page and a half out of the books of Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin. And I think these guys have some super memorable riffs, particularly on this one. And then I believe this is the first album. I like this one better, Kingdom Come. But I have both. This is the first one. This is an original. The other one's a reissue. But Sir Lord Baltimore, hard rockin'. It really is in my roots. I truly am at the point where I'm just not like what I used to do 10 years ago. I would think about it and pull a bunch of records and say, okay, this is what these are. I'm just, you know, it's just like, I get started and it's like, I can't even put it together. It's like something I was realizing today as I was organizing my compilation section. I do have records that I've forgotten that I have. And there's things in here that it's like they're waiting for me to find them again. It's just there are records that I don't remember that I have them. So I hope to be finding some more stuff these next few days. Played this earlier. I don't play Sigur Ros very often. Inni. This is a live album. This is the... they always put out several editions of their records. This one is clear vinyl with a DVD. This always brings back memories of when Rick Agnew of Adolescence and Christian Death, when he stayed here with me, crashed at my house when we were playing in Omaha, doing a show, and we stayed up till dawn playing music and talking and listening to stuff, and we watched this DVD together. I think this is how we ended the morning. I think we both ended up like zoned out, crashed out in our chairs. But we listened to this. Always brings that back. This is it's beautiful. It is. It is. And yet there's also I don't know. I can only listen to a little bit of it. I have several of their records, but I do like it. This was cool. Decided to play some Hugh Masekela. I'm not exactly sure why, but much respect to Hugh Masekela for opening many doors for international artists, and for from the beginning having a big record contract and still speaking the truth. This album is very socially conscious, as all of his records were. It's very, it's amazing when I was listening to it. It's how he just did it. He's like, well, I got a hit, Grazing in the Grass, which is on here, and I loved it when it was on the radio. Is that the hit that's on here? There's a hit that's on here. It's not listing it. It's listing it on the back here, but one of the songs on here was a hit. But there's a message. It's message music, and I love that. This is an interesting record because it has two separate grooves on it. Do you see that one close to the label? So it's like when the record ends and you have the run out groove, it doesn't connect you to that last little bit, that extra. That extra is listed on the back here, but you have to lift up the needle and put it on that groove to play it, which, as you can imagine, back here when it came out in 1969, quite a few folks had automatic record players. That's all they could afford and knew about, so you couldn't play the track. You'd have to have like a hi-fi system, perhaps with a, you know what I'm saying? But it's a recapitulation of the Grazing in the Grass theme. This is a really good album. Really got into that today. Much respect to Hugh Masekela. Was playing another one of my Avant-garde collection pieces on the Deutsche Grammophon label. This came out in a big box, apparently. I'd love to have all those. I've just got a few of them. They have these color coordinated covers. I've got another one sitting out here that I'm going to play. I haven't played this one yet, but there's a bunch of them. Stockhausen has one. This is Roland Kayn. He's not known, but he is a pioneer in electronic music. Cybernetics 3 is on here. They try to explain it on here what he was doing. He had this whole methodology and approach, and he wasn't working with synthesizers at all. And this is before synthesizers, when they involved oscillators. When they involved electronics, it was oscillators and tape manipulation. A lot of this has to do with the voice and instruments. And I particularly listened to the Luigi Nono side, actually. But I mentioned Roland Kayn. But the Nono side is the one I listened to today, which involved voice. And it's intense. Now, it can be an exercise of endurance, depending on the way that you listen. This can be really hard to listen to, but it's instructional, and to me, it really is like educational, and it's a way of learning. And what is it I'm learning about? The human experience. Seriously, music has really helped me to be understanding, and empathetic to others. It really helped me when I was, I'm a retired mental health specialist, 30 plus years, or maybe you don't, you guys that do know of my history. And I won a couple of national awards for my advocacy for folks with mental illness. My ability to relate to people of all kinds, it's part of my nature, but it's also something that I find that I have, being a music freak and really being interested in, and I thank my parents so much for introducing me as a child to the music of the world, and thus being truly interested in what is it all about. It's helped my work. I can recall working in hospitals and nursing homes and at the rehab centers that I've worked at, where I've worked with people who were completely at my mercy, needing my help, including I've done nursing. I know all that stuff, bedpans, all that stuff, dressing wounds and all this sort of thing. And I've had many experiences where, I'm doing my job and I'm very empathetic and loving to the person, and they're really appreciative of it until I'm done. And then as I'm leaving the room or as I finish, they'll spit at me or say, "Get away from me, you. Well, you're just a fucking nigger." Boy, Notice my smile? It's like I relate it to how music has helped me to understand the human behavior and the mind and the variations on personality. I don't understand it all, but I believe I understand. I could get along with the devil if I had to. First thing I want to do is bitch slap his ass. Played this all the way through. This is a game changer of an album for me. You by Gong. I still have my high school copy over here, which is just beat. Beat. This is the American version, ringwear and all, when I bought it in 1974. I graduated high school 73. As you all I'm sure in your own lives, that period of time in your life is just chock full of growing experiences of all kinds. And this album was very instructive to me. It was more, and it still is. The message resonates beyond the humor and beyond time. What I learned from this album is completely in line with the philosophy I live by. It's completely in line with Buddhism and Taoism and ancient knowledge. It really is. It's brilliant and genius how David Allen put his spin on it with the band Gong and this brilliant music. And today this was, again, very uplifting to listen to. Very uplifting. I could go on, but that's really what I listened to today. I love you all very much. This is a very, very strange situation we're in, people. We're going to get through this, but things have changed. Man, I knew this, and it's like I've got all kinds of proof of it. Not that I need it, but just to say I've been saying this all along, that things are just going to get weirder and weirder. I said it at the end of 2019. I said, y'all thought 2019 was a bitch, but I know, and I'm using that term because it's one that really captures how I feel. They use that term slang, not about women, but about something just really being tough and unpleasant. But I said that 2020 is going to be hair-raising compared to last year. And look at this. I couldn't have predicted it would be a damn virus. I knew something was coming down the pike. Just knew, and here, man, this is a total apple cart upset that we're dealing with. No matter what anyone wants, I want it. I hope I'm wrong, but the way that this is just starting to and I keep using the word start, but it's going on. It's been going on for months now. But the way this is rolling out, it does not look promising. It looks like we're going to be dealing with this majorly for a while. So hold on and be strong. And yes, keep smiling. I don't need anyone to tell me. Keep up the good work. You should smile. My nature is to tell you, well, who are you telling? You do it. I'm here already. Leading the fucking parade. See, I just mostly try to not go there. But it's in here, you know what I'm saying? I know what I'm up to here. I know what's going on over here.